But what I feel is that as an event and as a cultural experience, you know, we create a different atmosphere than what the bigger cities do. You know, they get the shoes and they got the name, so they put it out there. You know, what we do is we actually give you a great time.
It has grown tremendously. The first year we had about maybe 50 vendors, 1,100 to 1,200 attendees. We was throwing out deals to get people to come to Sneakfest, man, because nobody believed in us. We had to throw out 2-for-1 deals on tables, you know what I'm saying? The second year it grew from 1,100 to 1,200 to about 2,500 people. The vendors went from 50 to 100. Tables went from 90 to 175. So it grew like, you know, the numbers and percentages grew in crazy. We moved up. Since we grew the second year, we had to go to a bigger venue. This year we're expecting bigger numbers to take over what we did for the new venue. Since it's bigger, we got to fill this mug out ourselves. Our museum is different. We had a little bit last year on the second year as far as people from Paseo doing artwork and things like that. This year is bigger. Also, our theme is like a Back to the Future type thing. So we got a DeLorean coming in. 2 DJs this year. Things is looking up for us, you know, in a couple of next years. Sneakfest got started in the back room of a Foot Locker. Me and DeMarcus sitting back there one day, just talking about, you know, traveling, because I had been to a couple of sneaker conventions in Chicago I had visited. We was rapping, we said, hey man, why can't we do that stuff here? Everybody else does it. We said, you know what, Kansas City got sneakerheads, man, let's do it. We got to talking, man, a few people hit us up. We met at a Buffalo Wild Wings one night.
Once we got up there, he was lacing us with the vision. And
kicked ideas around and put in a lot of hard work, and then, you know, 6 to 8 months later, you know, it was here, and we brought it to Kansas City.
Man, it went from, you know, something that only us believed in, and then now we got the whole city behind us. First year, it was cool. We probably had, I mean, in a snowstorm, still had about 1,100 people come out.
2014, you know, we doubled in size through a lot of hard work and through a lot of promotion.
Man, I've seen it grow, even like this year is crazy, but I mean, I remember we started out with 6 people, now we got a team of, man, over 30 to 40 people. And
basically figured out how to get out and grind into how to get more people here, get our name out there. Nobody's gonna promote our name better than we are, so we get out, travel, do what we gotta do to get more guests here, and it's pretty much grown each year.
I think really you gotta put in work for the city to respect you, and I think now that people been seeing that people actually come out and support this, it's a positive event, it's a good event, it's like a word of mouth thing, I feel like.
Every year is a learning experience, whether it be because it was our first event or handling the difference in size or difference in venue. We learn from our mistakes. We just apply that going forward. So this year's gonna be a learning experience too as we move forward and try to better and serve the city.
Some of the problems we have being from Kansas City is that a lot of big name vendors, they don't necessarily, they don't know of us being a sneaker culture.
We're known in our region, when we, like I said, when we travel to St. Louis, Chicago, Oklahoma, a few people in Texas know us. It was a good feeling to know that people see Casey So in other cities. So we travel, we get it cracking, we have fun, but you know, we're still trying to convince those out-of-town vendors that, hey, Kansas City is the place to be. We still up there with H-Town Sneaker Summer, Sneaker Con, and all that stuff.
The vendors that have tried us, they've come, they've had a great time, they've done well, and word gets around that Casey Soul does the best they can for the vendors, and they really profit and have a great time here.
For one, I love Sneakfest just because it was a positive influence that will be made to Kansas City, seeing how other cities are able to capitalize as well, bringing everyone together for a common cause. Nobody is kind of better than anybody else. It's all just about the networking. A lot of times there's a lot of division in different cities and different states for whatever reason, but we can all get along about one thing, and that's shoes.
The cool thing about it is every year they're getting bigger. They're getting bigger and bigger, bigger space. They're bringing vendors from outside of Kansas City, from all over the Midwest, out south. The good thing about that is it brings money here in Kansas City. It keeps money here, keeps growing. We continue to do events with Casey So because it's a very positive movement. And they do events outside of just Sneakfest. We're a group of guys that throw an event once a year, all year round. They've been staying very relevant and very in tune with the community.
Now, listen.
We work hard, man, so I just hope that the city always remembers this event that we've started for them, and 5 years, everybody will be looking forward to this and be able to tell their kids about the first one and how it has grown over the last 5 to 10 years.
I say in the next couple of years, we can probably reach that 10,000 mark. I mean, we're, cornering our whole city. I mean, every avenue we're reaching out to. We travel more, East Coast, West Coast. I'm guaranteed the next 2 years we'll break 10,000 easy.
We keep getting out there, we're doing things for the kids. We're not all about sneakers. We do shoe drives and food drives for the community. So long as we keep doing the things that we're doing, we shouldn't have a problem with growing at all.
Definitely we're going to compete with some of the bigger sneaker conventions in the country before too long and before the next couple of years. We're definitely one of the largest in the Midwest, and we're just going to keep building on that moving forward.
Once people actually see that aspect of it, then they support it. But it's getting people to understand that here we are in the Midwest, and not only do we understand the sneaker culture, we are a prominent player in the sneaker culture.
F14. The ultimate in live